He's doing the impossible, dude. 8 times... Yeah, 0 mana frostbolt. Okay, maybe we are just dead. Ah, Mataki's insane. What's up, Salty Nation? Thank you very much for checking out today's video. We are back with some Scholomance Academy decks, playing some Libram Paladin. Now, before you stop me, look at this win rate, my dudes. We are 15-2. We have an 88% win rate. We have just bombed the hell through ranks. And before you say anything, we actually are playing a roughly high elo. Last season, we got to 4,775, and that was on day 23 of the season. So it's not like, you know, we're playing against ranked blonde scrubs. Okay, we're actually playing against decent legend players, so the deck is definitely performing much better than I would anticipate it to anyway. It has doing better than it was in the last expansion. Let's go with that. So pretty much, I guess we'll just go over the basics of the decks and hopefully be able to help you out with the mulligans. Alright, so the mulligans seem quite simple to me. You always want Alura Attendant. 1, because obviously he reduces your librams. 2, because he is the 1-drop, so he gets worse over the course of the game if you draw him. And also, he's a 1/3, right? So he can challenge and actually fight for board against aggro. And even against control, he gives you something to target with your buff card. So your Hand of Adao and your Libram of Wisdom. So I definitely think Alura Attendant is really important. It's definitely the card you're mulliganing for every single game. First day of school, though, I'll be honest, I'm undecided on this because it's okay in tempo matchups because he does give you things to trade with the board, which is nice. In control, though, kind of does nothing. So, yeah, it depends what matchup you're kind of going against. I would say don't keep it on average, but the one good thing about first day of school, if you do have a high abbess Alura, however you pronounce her name, if you have her in hand, especially if you're going second, you can coin her out on turn 3 and then play your first day of school. And on turn 3, you can high roll into a Libram of Hope and get an 8/8, which is insane, or you Pharaoh's Blessing and buff her. Yeah, she's just a great high roll card, so I would keep it in the case you have her. Or also, even if you have Goody 2 Shields, because you can trade with Goody 2 Shields, and then you can then spell burst her back up with the first day of school. Those are the 2 situations I can kind of see keeping it. You don't really want to keep your buff cards, because unless you have something to buff, it's bad, so we can ignore that. The Ancient Braggart doesn't do much until like the end of the game, mid-game, because you want to be copying your big minions, right? You want to be copying your 7/7, your 8/8 Divine Shield Taunt, dude. You don't get the Divine Shield Taunt, but you do get an 8/8, and 8/8s are awesome. Especially if you've reduced this down, you can play 6 mana Libram, 2 mana Ancient Braggart, and you have 16 damage on the board. That is pretty much a pretty darn good threat for 2 mana, I'm not going to lie to you. McGurgle is the same as before. He's nothing good, but if you already have the 1-drop, you can keep him. He's not great against Rogue, but he's completely fine. And obviously, the earlier you do shuffle him, the more chance you have to draw him. So he's okay, but I would always mulligan mainly for the Attendant or the first day of school, then the McGurgle. Outdoor Peacekeeper is not a keep. You don't really care about him. Goody 2 Shoes, I think, is actually really solid. The earlier you get this, the more you can just kind of smack them in the face. And especially if you can get like an early buff card on them, if you've already reduced your Librams potentially. I think Goody 2 Shields you can be kept, but again, I wouldn't keep her very often. Just honestly watch the video and, you know, try out the deck for yourself, and you really will learn just the importance of the mulligans and just really going for your really good stuff and not just okay, mediocre things. The rest of it you don't really keep because it's all just too slow. But either way, my dudes, thank you very much for checking out today's video. Please, of course, hit the subscribe button down below because you know your support is greatly appreciated, and it'll be awesome to have you here as part of the Salty Nation, my friends. Obviously, if you leave a comment as well, it will really help me, especially within the algorithm. And if you want to potentially see like a specific deck, just tell me and be like, yo, can you try out this deck, or can you try out these cards in this deck, and then I can see what I can make happen. Yeah, it's just really good to kind of get some feedback on the videos, and it of course does help other people see them, so it's a win-win for both of us, my dudes. Thank you very much. I hope you do enjoy the games, and I'll see you in the next. We're into a game against a mage. I believe this is all trash. Truth Seeker's actually pretty relevant, but I think 5 mana just isn't really the way to go, especially if it's this new OTK mage. You really want to be able to get pressure on the board early, and all the stats we can sink into them basically just lets them miss turns and means they can't draw cards, which is super nice. Also, any pressure as well allows us to kind of burst them down late game, so I'm pretty darn happy with this start. You can't really go wrong. We did draw a 2-drop. Wow, I was going to say it's a shame, but we top decked it. We're ripping our dicks off, my friends. I love the new skin. New Kel'Thuzad skin actually looks awesome. I'm kind of sad it's a mage skin though, but it does make sense. Like, I wish other classes got some cool skins, because mage does about 5 now, but it is what it is. We'll go Goody 2 Shields here, just because it's the most stats. Like, there's no point in playing barov and reducing our own guy's health, right? That seems bad. So we just want to be able to tempo out big minions, high health, so that they struggle to remove them, and we smack them in the face. And they just took turn 3 to draw 2 cards. Do we care about that? Not really, because we're hitting them for 7. It's pretty darn good. In fact, we're hitting them for more because we can just hit them for another 4. So we're going to hit them for 11, which is... We're getting them, my dudes. We're playing Aggro Pally. This is the problem with Mage, right? It just takes such a long time to get going. He's also playing Spell Mage. I just realised that. This boy has Incantus Flow. So he has no, he is not no minion mage. Who's across the spells you deck? Okay. He's no minion mage, but I guess he's just playing Thanos. Okay. That's not bad. But I guess he's not no minion mage. He just is spell damage mage, and then they run that card, which is interesting. This summons a 3/4. Actually, no, it summons a 3/6. Pretty solid. I like the 3/6 here. We could also Lord Bar... seems bad. Libram Justice seems bad. The higher abbess Alura isn't horrific, but I think this is just better, right? Summon our dude. Kill the spell damage. All spell damage dead is good for us. No reason to use the weapon, since we know he's kind of playing more spells, right? So he's not going to be Highlander Ooze, which is fine. We're doing the thing. Yeah, so that really threw me off, the fact that he's playing Thanos in his deck. But I guess it's just spell damage. No, I don't know what this deck is. Maybe it's just Freeze Mage. Maybe this is new Freeze Mage. Maybe it is Highlander. Maybe he's got me good. Who knows? That is the beauty of a new expansion, I do suppose, because all the decks are slightly odd and shenanigany. I also just realised I should move my face cam, because somebody suggested that, and I'll give it a good try. I guess we just slam the biggest thing we have. Doesn't die to Flame Strike. Blizzard's kind of annoying, but we don't really care. I don't see a reason of dealing full damage to this 1/1. Just put as much pressure as we can, have as many stats on the board. That is the plan, because if I don't have the freeze, we're going to win. He had the freeze, though. He had the freeze. Okay, we just do this again. Oh, 7/7 seems good, right? It fills up our hand, which allows Alura to potentially to actually have cards to play. Also gives us an 8/8 to play next turn, which is pretty awesome. And if it is the OTK, you know, where it gets like 20 spell damage and tries to kill you with missiles, this is really good, right? Because we have so many stats. There's the card, Ozaki Master Duelist. Just hope he doesn't have 20. We can't have that many Mako missiles, right? And most he can have is 2. So I feel okay here. I feel safe. You know, if he's using it just to clear the board, we don't really care. We can Libra and win the game after that point. So I think we win. Because we have so many stats. This is why this deck is good, right? Stats, and health gain. This is fine. You can have your 4 cards. You still shouldn't have more than 4 missiles if he double magic tricks them, right? So we don't actually care. His missiles need to do a lot of damage. A lot of damage, right? Okay. I'm scared. I'm now scared. I guess Frostbolts can do stuff to us. Oh no, he's going to get more. Oh no, he's going to do it. He's doing the impossible, dude. 8 times... Yeah, 0 mana Frostbolt. Okay, maybe we are just dead. Ah! Mataki's insane. I think we're okay. Just depends on missiles. We Gucci gang. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my lord. This Mazaki is just insane, dude. I guess the only way we win this, right, is if we Libram... Oh, we can't because we're frozen. So, Lord Barov... Ooh. Maybe we do just die. I don't like this at all. Because we can't get past both of these and kill this silly thing. Oh wow, I got debated, dude. Well, actually, we can't. No, we can't. We can't do anything. Well, this isn't good at all. Guess we just heal for 8 and hope we're not dead. But to me, that makes me feel pretty darn dead. I mean, maybe his hand isn't... We can't let him have... What's the 2 mana? Cram Session? If he has Cram Session, we're dead.
I hope you like my invention.
Yeah, just hope he doesn't have Cram Session. That's it. Oh my god. Shows you how amazing OTK is. But obviously, the fact we had all the stats means that the missiles didn't hit us in the face. So it did keep us alive. So it's still relevant. 6 mana, deal 13. I mean, nice card, bro. Yeah. This 3/8 is just insane, dude. Just insane. All we can do really is heal, kill the girl, hope for the best. Actually, I can Libram of Justice, which lets us kill this. But we can't do anything else, which means we die on board anyway. So unless we Lord Barov, it doesn't let us do anything anyway. Literally, the only play we have is this. And we just have to kill this little girl. This is the only play we have. Again, we give him one more turn to draw the silly draw 14 cards. He draws 12 cards. He might die to fatigue, actually. He actually could just die to fatigue. Maybe I was supposed to put it on this. What is fatigue? He draws how many? 12? So he only draws 4 more cards than he has. 5 more cards than he has. So he takes 5 damage. Okay, now maybe he does just die. Yeah, no, he's fine. I'm dead. Yo, GG's, dude. This deck's crazy. It's crazy. Oh, no, he does just die. I'm good. Oh, I done math. Math is hard, though. This man drew so many cards. Oof. Yeah, Mazaki's insane, actually. Wow. The fact he almost won that is crazy. But Libram Pally got there, 13 and 2. Let's keep up the win streak, my dudes. Alright, so we're into a game against a rogue. I mean, I've had pretty good luck with them so far, but I still don't really know what to mulligan. This feels too slow. This is definitely too slow. I'm not sold on the first day of school. It does give us 2 minions to actually play if we don't draw a 1-drop, but also they're irrelevant and probably will die anyway. But I guess I'm going to keep it. A lot of the time I just use it to kind of to get your spell burst for your high priestess and your goody 2 shield. So I suppose having it for tempo is nice. But now we have the elder attendant, so now I wish I didn't keep it. It's okay. Oh, and we have the Alura. So we can go coin Alura or Alura and then first day of school. That could be pretty relevant. So now I'm kind of glad. But that is quite high rolling, right? I definitely don't think you should keep it for that reason. So I'm not entirely sure about first day of school yet. If it's an early game card or if it is just a spell burst card. Ooh, the old Libram. I guess we Libram now. We could also just hero power, but it dies. I kind of like this. Obviously, if he wants to Sylphate me, he's allowed to. I'm not that mad. Sylphate Dagger is fine. I don't even know if people are playing Sylphate nowadays. I am not entirely sure. Fan. So he's not aggro. So he's probably Malagos, right? Is Malagos Rogue a thing? Yo, if Malagos Rogue is back, that makes me very excited. Yeah, I guess we're just going to go for the big money card then. We used the first day of school just for the Alura here. See what we get. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. We kind of low rolled by hitting the Libram. Obviously, we could have ended up hitting a Pharaoh's Blessing would have been nuts, and also a Libram of Hope. Having a 3-mana 8/8 would have been insane, but we of course rolled the worst card in our deck because that's what we do here, dudes. We low roll. All right, we're low rolling for the W's. This is how it works. We do have some good 1-drops actually, and we get the True Silver next turn. Double fan. Has to be Mally, right?
The Brotherhood shall prevail.
So 6/6. I mean, that's a dead 6/6 on the plus side. Goody 2 shoes. I could go wide. I'm actually not against going wide. We could also just trade Org Merchant. Or we can go 4-2, hit. We'll have a 4-2 and a 4-6. Or this way we have a 4-2 with Divine Shield, a 4-5, and a 2-1. I guess this way is technically better, right? We don't get to play our Libram though, which is kind of sad because that's only reduced by 1. But it's not the end of the world. And it also keeps the weapon back for next turn. Yeah, the other way we would have a weapon, but we wouldn't have a 2-1. So it is what it is. But also if he does pop the Divine Shield this turn, or if he isn't able to, we can then use the Divine Shield and refresh it with the Libram of Wisdom. So that's kind of nice. I like the fact there was 2 different trains of thought we can kind of go with there. So this could change the game actually, this turn. We went a bit wider, which I know rogues famously do struggle with wide boards, right? So I'm glad we did that. He does have the Seal of Fate. Alright. Or Sylphate. Good old One Thief. One Thief is insane, by the way. I am very impressed with One Thief. I'm not going to lie to you. Great card. See what happens. Just mage spells are obviously the best spells in the game, pretty much. So the fact that rogue can get them is just wild. Wild to me. Let's see. What do you want to do? Oh, he's playing Galakron. Oh, it's just Galakron rogue, but with Fan of Knives. Interesting. Kind of want to get him here. You know? He hasn't used a backstab yet, so I'm going to assume he doesn't have it. Because he could just backstab my 2-1 there. So I guess we do this.
I feel bad for you.
And I could weapon away this and keep a 3-2. Which I actually really, really like. We lose 1 damage on his face, because obviously we're using the 4 damage here. But this technically could get 6 damage, right? Which is more than the 4. So, we'll see. And just having an extra minion on board, again, should be difficult for him to deal with, especially if he does not have the backstab, which he didn't use last turn. So we're assuming he does not have it. And I quite like spreading the Librams as well, so that if we do get sapped, we don't lose them, which is nice. Shame we have a couple of 7 drops next turn, though. Do not have a 6 mana card to play. See what he's going to do. Arcane Explosion, we don't really care about. Brain Freeze, we kind of care about. 1 mana Frostbolt. Such a good card. I like the fact he's trying a new deck. Takes the 3, though. So the Libram putting in the work. Doing the business, my friends. Doing the business. Alright. We don't care about that. Going to taunt up the boy. Yo, he's running out of cards though, so he needs that new 1 mana spell, right? That's kind of the thing. I guess we draw first. Doesn't do anything. No reason to save the spell burst now. Guess we just kind of go wide. Quite like buffing the Divine Shield boy. Now we get to hit him for 6 with this, which I think is better than killing off the lackeys, because killing off the lackeys only stops Togwaggle, right? And he's already played a prep, so it's not like he can play Togwaggle and the 1 without the 2nd prep. So we're not killing the lackeys to play around Togwaggle, basically, or Togwaggle prep. And we'll just cash in the 6. Galakron's fine, because now they cost 1 mana as well. That nerf to Galakron is crazy to me, man. Considering Druid cheats out so, like, 10 mana spells. Like, Rogue wasn't playing 10 mana spells, but apparently that was overpowered and they nerfed it. It's crazy. But there you go, dudes. Game 2 down the drain. 14-2. Libram Paladin's pretty good. It's pretty good. Alright, so into a game against a Warrior. I don't know how this matchup actually plays out, to be honest with you. I feel like they just play big stuff and probably outvalue us. So, this might be a bit of a long game. We will see what happens. Maybe we can stick a Goody 2-Shoes, stick maybe a Devout Pupil, something with Divine Shield that's difficult to deal with, and that's how we win. Just stick it and just keep smacking them in the face. But yeah, I don't feel very good about our chances here, right? Because Blade Storm's really good against us. It just kills 1 big thing. But I guess we can try and make it awkward with our 1/1s, potentially. Yeah, we'll see it out. They also have that new weapon, right, that hits 2 things. See what happens, I do suppose. We definitely need to play around Bladestorm. That seems to be the key. Play around Bladestorm. Play 1 or 2 big things, so we play around Brawl. That's probably the only way we win this. And hope that the 8 mana, summon the 2 3/3s, doesn't outvalue us. Also, Rattlegore. Rattlegore is kind of scary, my dudes. You have to kill that thing 9 times? That's a big boy. Ooh, Corsair into Corsair. So I think they play the double axe. I don't know what other weapons they play. They don't play Anchor. Might play one other, potentially. Oh, I don't know how much to commit to this.
I cannot wait to read these.
I guess I'll just Hero Power it again. Again, to keep playing around Bladestorm, potentially. So now has to kill both of these. If he wants the Bladestorm. And we then get to play a 4/6 next turn. It's pretty solid. And it reduces our Librams. We'll see if it's actually important or not, I do suppose. Reaper's Scythe, that's what it's called. Okay, no spell burst, no spell burst. It's fine with me. Alright. So we want to put it to the left here, so that if he wants to hit both minions... Well, actually, you want to put it this way, right? Yes. We want to put it this side. Because I don't mind if a 1/1 gets destroyed. I think a Divine Shield is more valuable than a 1/1. That is my thought process. Now again, I'm not entirely sure if that is correct. But that's my assumption. I don't know if this is good enough, honestly. Unless we're like a pirate with inner rages, like just having to wait a turn kind of sucks. It's not as good as Blood Razor, is it? Takes 4, kills a 1/1. We don't care about that. See, look how good this goody 2-shoes is. It's hit him for 8, and he had to use a removal spell on it. It's just insane. Just insane. 4/5 with Divine Shield seems good. Yeah, and it's also the most mana efficient thing we have, so we're doing it. We're doing it. I know we could have reduced librams, but we haven't got any anyway, so it's unlikely that it matters. Big Divine Shield Torn. Oh, and it's a Deathwing. That's a big boy. We can make it into a small boy, though. Of course, a Libram it. Do that Libram it, so we don't have to take 12. I guess is the actual play. Not taking 12 is often good. Now, obviously, I technically should have done this, but ain't nobody care. I guess we'll just buff this man now. We should have drawn first, but I didn't do math, because math is hard. So here we are, playing a big dude. He's struggling to clear the board. He hasn't got Spell Burst on his weapon anymore, so we can't kill the 3/3 easily. It's going to be difficult for him to Shield Slam us. Second Commencement kind of sucks ass. Goody 2-shoes is back. How goes Lady Liadrim? What does she get us? Lady Liadrim, we've played one hand of Adao. Is that it? That is it. Okay. Lady Liadrim doesn't seem very good. This does give us an equality, but it does equality our own guys as well, which is relevant to think about. It is relevant. I guess we just trade here and just see what happens. That's fine. We should technically see if we can kill him. We cannot kill him. Unluckers, chuckers, so we just play a big boy. Well, actually, maybe not. Maybe we go wide here. Wide seems good, right? Yes, we're going to go wide. It does obviously make Brawl a little bit worse. We could hit him for 6 here, but that seems bad, right? I don't see a reason to save this. I know we get wrecked by a Brawl, but it is what it is. Ain't nobody care, dude. Brawl's for the weak anyway. Especially if any of these live. It'll be very difficult for him to get out of this. Armageddon. There we go. There's the Brawl. I did say I'd play around Brawl and I didn't play around him. Or maybe we did. Maybe we did. Who knows? Oh, the best one did live though. Kind of insane. But Shield Slam kills it. Doesn't have the Shield Slam. Yo, this deck is popping off. I think we're going to call the video at this because it's a nice quick one. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Please, of course, hit the subscribe button down below because you know your support is greatly appreciated. And it'd be awesome to have you here as part of the Salty Nation. Thank you very much, my dude. Please, of course, check out the other videos that are going to be on the channel because we've been playing a few more decks. If you want to, just leave me some deck suggestions down in the comment section below and I will see what I can do. Try and get around to them. Hopefully, give me some fun ones because fun gets the job done. All right, dudes, I'm going to peace and I'll see you on the next video.